So it's been a while since I've done a letters video. Since I was with Game Zone, I couldn't keep doing letters videos. But now that I'm just back to being Rachel from YouTube, I figured I'd pick it back up and get to all those questions that I didn't get to beforehand. So the first one is both from Clank24 and Sayuki02. Sorry if I butchered that, but they would both like to know, would I recommend Prototype or Infamous? And I'm definitely going to say Infamous. Although Infamous, was hugely popular when it came out, I don't think it was that good of a game. It was definitely good. It was definitely better than Prototype, but I think the reason everybody just went crazy about Infamous when it came out was because it came out in the middle of a summer with nothing else to play. Other than that, it was kind of a generic game. It was the same thing as like Force Unleashed, except you're just in a big city instead of Star Wars stuff. But basically, you got force powers, you have lightning powers, and you're running around a destroyed city, lightning people. But also, the game had like 3 different parts of the city you'd go to, and all 3 parts were exactly the same. They even didn't look any different. But, for coming out in the middle of a summer with nothing else to play, it was really good, or pretty good. And here's to the sequel maybe being better. But Prototype, definitely skip Prototype. That game was so boring and just so cliche. Don't get it. Not even for 20 bucks. Infamous, good for 20 bucks. Prototype, no. Trogdor585 wants to know, what is my favorite all-time game? And honestly, I do get asked that a lot, and I can never pick just one game. I can pick my top 5. But I do have a list of my top 10 favorite games of all time. And instead of going into that and answering that now, I'm actually going to do a full-on video where I just talk about my top 10 games. It's going to be broken up into 2 parts, so I can go through and tell you why they're my favorite. And so keep an eye out for that, because I'm working on it now. It's going to take a while because I want it to be much fancier than like this. But yeah, you'll see that soon. GeoDude101 wants to know if I ever get mad and start cursing at people on games. I do. And it's not even just on multiplayer games. I get very mouthy at games. When they piss me off, I will just start cussing up a storm. I'll scream. I'll probably punch some pillows or the couch. I do. I get all worked up and everything when I get pissed off at a game. He also wants to know, what do I think of the Call of Duty games? They were good at first, but I'm so over them. Like, really? Don't you guys want any kind of, like, variety? It's like, war games are so popular right now, and I was tired of them 2 years ago. I was tired of war games. Back when Medal of Honor was really popular, I got tired of war games. After Rising Sun, I was like, wow, I'm tired of war games. Yet you guys just keep wanting them, and keep buying them, and keep asking for them. I mean, yeah, they're good games, but God, they're just all the same. And I'm going to get so much hate mail in the comments about that, but whatever. I like variety, just the same reason I don't fall head over heels over Halo, because I like variety in my games, and I don't want to keep buying the same game over and over again just because it has a 2 or a 3 after the title. TyRox1992 wants to know if I've played any of the Prince of Persia games and what I thought of them. I've played all of the Prince of Persia titles, except for that one that they came out with a little later after Warrior Within, and it was all like cel-shaded. I wasn't into that one. That kind of looks stupid. But I liked Forgotten Sands. My favorite is still Prince of Persia, Sands of Time. I mean, I even played Prince of Persia way back in the day when it was just a silly little side-scroller. And back on, I think I played it for Mac. And I loved that game. And I was so excited when Sands of Times had that game in it, or unlockable, or whatever, because I hadn't played it since I was little. And it was just like brought me back to those days. Two Thrones, not so good. Warrior Within was better, but still, none of the Prince of Persia games are as good as Sands of Time. That game is definitely the best out of the whole series. Bluebout224 wants to know, what do I do with my time outside of gaming and going to gaming conventions? That's really about it. Like, you ask any of my friends that know me and see me on a somewhat daily basis. Not really daily, because I don't leave the house a lot. But with my free time, I spend gaming. If I'm not gaming, I'm doing videos for you guys. If I'm not doing videos for you guys, I'm planning out what I'm going to play next. And if I'm not doing that, then I'm probably watching a horror movie or browsing the web for more action figures, which I'm going to do another video coming up with my collection, because my collection has grown so big since you guys last saw it, like huge. If you're following me on Twitter, you probably just saw my new Stormtrooper lamp that I got. I also got the full, huge new AT-AT that just came out a few months ago. I have the full Bioshock action figure collection now. I just have so much to show you guys. So that's for another video. Also, BlueBelt224 wants to know if I'm going to check out the new True Crime Hong Kong. Probably not. Not unless I somehow get it for free or something. I'm definitely not going to pay for it. I mean, True Crime wasn't good the first time around. What makes them think just rebirthing a series that was dead before it was even started, how is that going to be good? You know, it's just another crime game that's just with another, you know, angry emo guy probably in a leather jacket that's running around with a serious face on, shooting bad guys. I've played that before when it was called GTA, and I don't need to play it again. Not anytime soon. JFRK093 wants to know what is my favorite boss battle in a game. You guys have probably, I already answered this question in a Game Zone video, but it wasn't on my YouTube, and you guys are important to me, so I'm going to answer it here. I have two favorite boss battles. I'm probably going to go with, of course, a lot of the ones from God of War 3, just because I thought they were so gory and so innovative. Like, the whole game, you know, you're playing as Kratos, and it's behind, or it's third person, and then you start going into a boss battle. I can't remember which one, and you guys put in the comments which one this is, because I need to know it for when I get this question again later. But it's when you go into first-person mode, and you just start beating the guy's ass. That was awesome. Also, I liked the boss battles in God of War 3. You know, you're ripping, Helios, I think was his name? No, maybe, I don't know. But you rip his leg off? That's really awesome. And then you beat him with his leg. Also, I'm going to have to go with Pyramid Head is a favorite of mine to always encounter, because he is very terrifying to me. He's scary as hell. I don't know what gamer has played Silent Hill who isn't terrified of Pyramid Head. But anytime I encounter him, I get all nervous. Lastly, JFRK093 also wants to know what kind of music I like. I have a weird kind of all over the place taste in music, and most of my stuff in my iTunes is like a song or two from one band. There's not a lot of bands or musicians or singers out there that I actually own more than a few songs of theirs, or an album even. So the few guys out there that I do have a collection of their songs or albums is definitely the Beatles, my all-time favorite, Led Zeppelin, Jimi Hendrix, I love classic rock, AC/DC, Rob Zombie, I love Rob Zombie, and Coldplay, and I guess you can throw in some CKY. I know they're kind of like old school now, but I still like their stuff. I think it's pretty cool. Well, that's my latest letters video. I have so many more questions to get to from you guys, so I promise I'm going to keep this up once a week, get you guys some letter videos out. Also, I was wondering, since you guys, I get great feedback for these videos, you guys obviously have a lot to ask me, would you guys be interested in doing like a live chat one day, maybe on Ustream or something? Would that be something that you guys would be into or interested in participating in? Let me know in the comments, and we'll see how the reception to that idea is. Thanks again for watching. You guys mean the world to me. I will never desert you again. Love you.